99 problems and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't covering my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 problems and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't. Long time coming, not gonna bat on my mouth from running. Cataracts under my eyes from hustling, going from buying and selling to customers. Run up the business, God is my witness. Turn up the sun up from Monday to Sunday. We maxing the limits. My mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie. Moving the mission, they say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation. I'm finessing the visit. First class, my feet up high in the air on business. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Come
we
on.
Business. Yeah, we back. I hit him with a ha-ha. Welcome to TSR Live. I'm your host, Tone Capone. What's happening, roomies?
Yes, man. And I'm one of your other hosts, Zach Boog. Man, this is where you're getting ready to get some good entertainment, man. We got guests pulling up, and roomies, make sure you stay active in the chat, okay? Because we definitely like for y'all to give y'all opinion too.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. And why Kiki, how you doing?
Hello, friends. What's up? It's Kiki, your other co-host here. And you already know we're going to get into all the things that have happened this week. And me personally, I've been through a lot, roomies. So I need y'all to be in the chat holding me down tonight because I'm just happy to be here, fellas.
Hey, look, Kiki, you were in Hawaii, and I'm looking like, wait a minute, a tsunami warning in Hawaii. I text, we put it in the chat like, Kiki, are you good? What's going on?
Let me tell you something. Talk about a Jet 2 holiday. Okay, a real Jet 2 holiday is what I was on. I felt like when Martin was on that resort, that it was all this wild stuff happening. Yes, I flew out to Hawaii to celebrate my sister's birthday. Had trouble getting to Hawaii. First of all, I had to do an emergency landing in Minnesota. Because something going on in the aviation system. I'm sure y'all have experienced it by now. But I had an emergency landing, was a day delayed in Seattle, finally made it to Hawaii, only to get there and a damn tsunami pull up. Okay.
Wow.
And y'all back in over here on this side of town was very dramatic. I will say that. My phone was blowing up. Kiki, what's going on? Y'all go, Kiki, go do something, pray. I'm like, what y'all want me to do to the tsunami? I ain't never fought a tsunami before. I don't have no pepper spray for the tsunami. I didn't know what to do. So we sat down and drank some tequila, child, and watched the news. And the tsunami never pulled up, because that's the kind of God I serve. I was safe. Thank God.
I will tell you, it was all scary. The way they told us on this side, they highlighted Hawaii in red and said the tsunami coming. I said they can ready to watch Kiki away. Lord, oh, Jesus. She can't swim like that.
I know she probably showed people my message in the group chat because I said, "Can you leave?"
Yeah, it's always them people. Y'all, you need to leave. Where am I going on the tsunami? You know what I'm saying? What a car I'm about to get into. It was just a lot of chaos, but everybody was safe. Thank God. It seemed like it passed Hawaii, at least where I was at. Yeah. So it was good. But I know it was getting serious when Zach sent me a serious text message. Like he was calling on the Lord. He didn't have no LOLs, wasn't no emojis. Zach was serious.
I said it. God, remember, God is in control. Amen. I had to go preach his kid on you because I was worried. I was like, let me pray. I'm Googling. Mm-hmm. So you should have seen it. I was Googling what was going on with the tsunami. I said, it ain't that bad in Japan. I was searching stuff. I was really worried about you. We was like, man, that's a lot because Hawaii not even connected to nothing.
No,
it's just out all there. Water.
Yeah, you surrounded by water. A lot of people were getting in their cars trying to leave. I was wondering, where are y'all going? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, where take me if it's somewhere to go. But it didn't. It just nothing happened. Like when I tell you, it was no destruction where I was in Maui. It was calm and it blew by. So. But yeah, you better get right. I tell y'all, get right with the Lord and the lady because you never know when a tsunami coming your way.
Yeah, I swear, man. That's crazy work. All right, roomies, are you ready? Let's go ahead and get to the show. All right, let's head to this courtroom because word on the street is Donald Trump is considering giving Diddy a pardon. Now, that's wild right now. And it comes as Diddy's legal team filed for another bail hearing this week, along with asking the judge to overturn his conviction on 2 prostitution counts or even just grant him a new trial. Now, this is the thing. The lead prosecutor in Diddy's trial has been fired. Now, do you think this will change his circumstances?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm got my law degree out of Walgreens, and I could look at this case and tell you the prosecution fumbled big time. Yeah. I felt like they was fumbling from day one. And now that they've been fired, I feel like this can definitely open up a new lane for Diddy, and I'm sure he's gonna pull every stop that he can to try to fight for his freedom.
Yeah, and it really he should have a bail now because he's went through what we always saying, like, let's see what the legal system does, and he was found guilty of like hiring prostitutes, you know what I'm saying? So for that, I feel like he should, if that's the crime that he's convicted of and waiting his sentencing on, he should be able to get a bail.
I mean, you all know, like when you see the sentence and it's taking that long, and they're like, all right, we're just gonna sit you a little longer, because he's gonna get off. That's what I feel like. I feel like they're waiting. They have him sitting in jail, and Diddy knows that. That's why he's pressing the situation. Like, y'all really don't have a reason to have me in jail for real, for real. Come on, I've been in here for how long has he been in jail? What, 8, 9 months?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a nice amount of time. So he's like, all right, ready. Let's end this. So we'll see what happens. I think he's gonna get out sooner than October.
Okay.
Well, over in another courtroom, Tory Lanez is getting another try. Okay, the California Court of Appeals has scheduled oral arguments in his appeal of 3 felony convictions and a 10-year prison sentence in connection with the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. Now, the hearing is set for Monday, August 18th at 9 a.m. in Los Angeles. I'm sure a lot of men will be out there with their signs fighting for Tory. But what do you guys think about this? He's getting another try.
Well, I just want to know what other type of arguments are there other than oral. Like, I don't know.
You focused on that. Out of everything I just said, that's what you focused on.
He was like having oral arguments. I mean, I don't know how else to.
I don't know. It made me feel like a news reporter to throw that little piece in
the words.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oral arguments.
I was thinking like,
how else you argue? What are they gonna do? Push each other in the courtroom?
They could be fighting. They could be going over emails and texts. So we just have to make it clear for the roomies. But
okay.
I know a lot of people have a lot of passion behind the Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion case. Obviously, me being one of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So roomies, I would love to know what you think about Tory getting another shot in court. He's been teasing this new evidence like an album. Like it's a mixtape about to drop. The new evidence. We still waiting on the evidence. So maybe some things will come out in this case. But how do you guys feel about it?
Well, here's the thing. You and Tone have went at it about this case.
Yes,
you know
we
what I'm
have.
saying? Kiki, you have been strong in your position that he shot Meg. Tone, you have been strong in your position that the evidence doesn't show that, and you think that it was some other foul play going on. What I want to ask y'all both, that if it comes out, whatever comes out, it's not going to change y'all mind. So I don't even know.
I didn't went too far.
It doesn't matter what happens.
I'm too far out there to turn back.
He didn't do it.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what happens.
I got to stand on business.
Yeah, he got to get out. He got stabbed 17 times. I think that evidence, the stuff that they presenting, the new evidence, I think he's getting out, man. I think he served his time. But like the shot Meg, do I think somebody shot at Meg? Yes. Okay. Do I think Meg has got shot? I've seen people that got shot. I've seen people with bullet wounds before, actually up close.
Here we go.
And I'm just saying.
I just fought a tsunami. Now I got to come in here and fight.
Here we go.
Shooting at somebody is terrible, but it's not. But to shoot somebody and have a bullet go inside you is a little different. But also, if they saying that he didn't have the gunpowder on his hands, gunpowder doesn't magically pop on somebody's hands unless you shot a gun. That's all I'm saying. If they saying the gunpowder, that's really what it comes down to.
So now you're a detective.
No.
Now you've been on the scene of crimes and you know what gunpowder lays.
So look, all
I know is if me, you, and Zach are outside and I say Tone Capone shot me.
Wait, damn.
And I have a bullet fragment in my foot. Your ass need to go to jail.
If I don't have gunpowder on my hand, why should I go to jail?
So it's then Zach did it.
Yep.
So one of y'all done shot me.
The glove don't fit. I'm gonna get a glove.
I don't understand why. Like the way we argue this is so crazy. This woman said she got shot. The court found that she was shot. He went to jail. What is there? What else is that to argue about?
But they don't give you appeals if you don't have new evidence that they feel is strong enough to change the initial verdict.
Well, I can't wait to see. I cannot wait to see.
What I'm trying to tell y'all is it doesn't matter what happens in this case. These two are still going to fight.
Yes, we are.
It doesn't matter to the end.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
So it's all good. Whatever happens, happens. I wish the best for Tory. And I do want to let you know this side note. Him getting stabbed in jail has nothing to do with the potential crime.
Thank you, Zach.
I'm just saying you want to get out. You know what I mean?
If you didn't do it, I understand that. Like if you didn't do it and I'm taking abuse in jail.
That's what I mean.
Still,
that's what I mean.
But that's, you know what I'm saying? Those are two separate. Those are two separate incidents.
If I'm not in jail, I don't get stabbed 17 times.
If you don't shoot me, you don't go to jail.
But if I do it, should I even be in here?
If you don't shoot a woman, you don't go to jail.
Okay, it looks like the hip hop kings of petty are back at it again. Let's keep going. And these are the hip hop kings of petty.
Yes.
Honestly, no, Rick Ross recently took to social media saying he took 50 Cent's youngest son fishing and offered to buy him a puppy to help him with the trauma. Okay. And as you know, 50 Cent shares a baby with model and Diddy ex-girlfriend Daphne Joy. So I thought that video was absolutely wild when I saw Ross say that. But do you think kids should be off limits?
You're dealing with two people that have no low. They literally have no low. They just will keep. He went low. Now I'm gonna go lower, and 50 Cent is going to find something to go lower. It's just what it is. Normal people keep kids off limits, but this goes back to what Kiki said a while ago. You have to choose your baby mamas and your baby daddies wisely.
That's my movement.
You have to choose the people you have kids with wisely. Not just because they got a big booty, not because they look good.
That's
not
a good
because
reason, though.
That's what. No, we all know making kids with attractive people is probably fun because we know how you get kids, unprotected sex. But when you have you just having babies with people and they don't have certain moral codes, you get this, and you got to deal with a person like Rick Ross coming at you at your lowest point because you don't. 50 got to be feeling a way about it.
Oh. Daphne. Oh,
I don't think choosing your baby mama or baby daddy wisely has anything to do with you talking about my kids.
No, but you don't even put yourself in a situation because if you got a solid baby mama, it's nothing for you to even talk about my kids.
No, it's nothing to you talk about my baby mama if I have a solid baby mama. You can always talk about somebody's kid. Your kid could be born with a defect or something like that. And then you talk about that child. And you could have a baby mama that's well off, and then it doesn't matter. Kids should be off limits regardless of what's going on with my baby mama. Or if you want to talk about my baby mama, that's different. But bringing up the child, he could have talked about the baby mama without talking about the baby.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So that's still a child. Leave the baby out of it.
What you think, Roomies?
Yeah. Roomies, please weigh in on this. I absolutely think children should be off limits, but as Tone mentioned, I don't know if there are any limits, and I'm very terrified for how 50 is going to retaliate because you talking about buying something for his child, baby. He had been and change your kids' names or something. I don't know. I'm very scared for how this could turn out. So let's just leave the children alone, please.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Moving right along. All you Tyler fans out there, the writer, director, and producer is teasing a third installment of Why Did I Get Married?
It's time.
Yes, he took to social media with a table draft cover of Why Did I Get Married Again. He had the little side eyes that was looking, like it's on the way. And we want to know, do you think it's time for another Why Did I Get Married? That's the first thing. And yes. I remember initially Tyler Perry had said the reason he wasn't going to do another installment was because he couldn't get everybody's schedules together. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted this, the same original cast. So is it that time?
I think it's definitely time. I would love to watch another installment of Why Did I Get Married? Like, I know this time he gonna have somebody in a relationship got an OnlyFans that they partner don't know about. He gonna have, he gonna make it like current day issues, and I can't wait to see that all play out. And to say when he teased the last one, he was like, I can't get everybody's schedules together. I think that was him kind of throwing a little hook out there. Like, I really want to make this happen, y'all. Can y'all figure out y'all schedules to make it work? And hopefully everybody is coming on board. I want to see all the old cast members come back too.
Even Janet?
Yes.
Janet,
yes.
who's gonna play Janet's love interest?
I don't know who. You should play it, Tom, because you're an actor.
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I can play myself.
You can play yourself.
I can play myself. One thing I can do.
Why did I get married?
Radio personality. There it is.
Yep. And if you were casting a Tyler Perry movie, he'd have you as the hero because he loved making the light-skinned dude the hero. He loved it. There's always some light-skinned man that be having like a modest job.
Come on.
Like he do something regular, like he just stack groceries.
Yep.
At the he be like, how you doing,
he might as well put us all in the movie. Okay.
Yeah,
Sheila need a little sister. I could be Sheila little sister, the little hottie that come on. I'm ready.
And what's gonna be my role?
I don't know. You be somebody love interest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody. I don't know who yet. Somebody side piece.
Well, I gotta be a side piece.
I don't know. You'll be a good side piece.
Hey, I ain't mad at it.
One thing we do know that Why Did I Get Married? The new installment will be filmed in 2 weeks and it'll be out by the end of the year. Tyler Perry does not play. This movie will be out fast.
Yeah, they're gonna shoot it in a weekend.
It's done already. Let's go ahead and get to this. This is interesting. Leo Williams, who is the mayor of Durham, North Carolina, is catching some heat for referring to the city's young people as YNs. Now, we all know that's a slang term meaning young jiggers. During a town hall, he was talking about gun violence. Now, the town hall was held at a sports bar where Williams was heard saying, "We're dealing with some YNs out here just doing their own thing, stealing guns out of cars, and they don't know how to communicate." Now, he later apologized, saying, for the folks that I know and respect who are hurt by how this was materialized into something else, I apologize. Let's bring in a roommate, Dr. Shannon Sharpe from Los Angeles, to discuss what's happening.
Hello.
Hey, Doc.
Hey,
how you doing?
Hey, doctor.
Good. I'm doing good.
We hear you got some expertise in communications and politics. Talk to us about it.
This is a tricky one because, as you can see with politics and even politicians lately and elected officials, that they're not as conservative as we are used to them being. As you notice, when Kamala was on the campaign trail, you saw her a little bit more casual. You saw her on with sneakers. You saw her do collabs with entertainers. And so I think we're at the precipice of, really conservatism and what we expect and professionalism of elected officials versus how they are trying to show up and be relatable to the communities that have to vote them in. So talking to their audience, my assumption here is that he assumed he was, speaking to an audience that would understand that he's up for re-election. He wants to be relatable. And so he was comfortable using that term. On the flip side, you have other people who are activists of different generations who are saying, look, we're not sure if that's the best term. We don't know if we want our young brothers to be called, YNs. And so it's a slippery sword when you are using that type of language. But again, you have to know your audience. The issue with that is when you are an elected official, you have multiple audiences that you're talking to. So knowing your audience, knowing when you're speaking to them, how you're speaking to them, what you're saying, and really considering the context of the conversation, which in his apology, he did mention, he did apologize, but he said he didn't apologize for the context in which the conversation they were having, because they were talking about gun violence. And if you know anything about Durham, I believe they have had a couple of murders and they have been in that young age of what's considered, quote unquote, a YN. So I'm feeling like that is why he was comfortable with that.
Doc, I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt like what he said was right on point and needed. Because you said that they said it was a town hall, right? And it was in a bar. Okay. The setting was set. Like he was in a bar. They was talking about shooting and he said the YNs. And if he was lying, then the YNs is out there doing it. That is who was out there doing it. So I don't think that's wrong. And he's black. Now, I don't think that, a different race, a guy who can't say, somebody who we wouldn't appreciate saying the N-word, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they should say it, but I think it fit what he was talking about, and he was in a bar. Now, if he was on the campaign trail and he's standing in front of with the suit on and doing that, I don't think that would be the time to call somebody a YN. But I think within that, I'm thinking about them being at a bar. If they serving alcohol there, if I can go get some hen, why can't I say YN? Come on now. That's a good one.
I don't know. It's a good quote.
I don't
if I can go have Hennessy, why can't I say YN?
All right, Doc, this is my thing. And this is, from being an expert in communication and politics, this is why you have people like Barack Obama to win, because he can speak and still remain professional and relatable. I think what we have is the mayor of Durham. He got a little too comfortable. He was trying to kind of walk that line and he overstepped. That is why politicians, I think, the ones that can speak really professionally and really relate to their audience are the ones that normally win. I'm not saying he's not going to win, but I think he just went too far another way. He's got to try a better way to communicate.
If Obama was at the bar and said YN, it'll be.
He would never be caught on camera or
do
somewhere
that.
saying
Never
that.
do that.
I think
We ain't got
there
no
is a
video.
fine line of meeting people where they are and being relatable, and then there's a fine line of being a respected member of an office. And I don't want my politicians to speak like we speak on the street. For what? That's not your role. That's not where you are. We're looking at you to do greater and be better. And I think when you're in those positions, you have to be, you know, very careful about how you address your community, because how you address your community gives a right to how others will address that same community. So, you know, if I don't want my white politicians addressing my people as YNs, then I would never get on a public platform and address them as YNs either, because it's just, you're an elected official. And so I think you should hold yourself at a higher standard in that regard.
Doc, what do you think about some of the responses we had?
So I absolutely agree with Kiki. You have to also know that there are cameras in the room, right? And at this point, how people are recording and doing all those things, you have to stand by what you say and what you do. On the other side, he's also a young mayor, right? So I don't know if he is a YN. He might be an uncle, something else, what they're calling him. But, you know, he was also in a sports bar, correct? And so I think that environment created a level of comfort where he felt like he could use that language. Yes, on the campaign trail, no. But this is also where I think, and I believe as a comms expert and someone who does this type of work, where collaborations are important, right? Maybe a local grassroots organizer, or maybe a local respected, you know, rap or a hip hop artist. They can speak to their communities very much differently than a politician can, or maybe should in particular time. So I don't know if it's a question of right or wrong. It is what he was trying to portray. Because if you notice, we're talking about the two letters he used. We're not talking about the gun violence and the brothers that are dying in Durham right now. We're talking about something that he said. So if you have to put, you know, apples to apples, is it the language or is it that the brothers are dying in Durham?
And it made
We're
it
having
always
a conversation about the
if you would have said the young brothers are dying, we wouldn't be talking about it right now.
That's true, but it's
the
not
fact
helping.
that we said YN got it to a bigger platform that we could possibly.
I didn't think that clouds the message, though. That's my thought. It's like, now we talking about.
You wouldn't know the message if he wouldn't have said YN. You wouldn't even know. We wouldn't have been talking about it.
I wouldn't know his name.
But
you wouldn't know his name.
I wouldn't know his name.
But
that doesn't help. That doesn't help the fact that
I don't know
the
the names of the mayors across most states in the nation, but I know they're doing good work. I know they're doing good work because they're getting stuff done.
You don't know that either.
Some people
you just made that up.
I did.
You just made that clean up.
He did. He was out there. He was gonna keep going. He was. But you know what?
I was trying to be right. That was one of those.
This mayor has apologized, and let's keep that in mind. He has apologized for making the statement publicly, and so I think he even understood how it can be taken in a different route. So
absolutely.
Yeah. But
well, what we do is we do wish him the best. We wish his team the best. And, you know, there are always lessons to be learned in this, you know, So that's what we hope that he learns and other elected officials learn, and, you know, learn how to use your community to help say some of the things that you can't say in a particular way. I think that is very important, because there are multiple audiences, multiple generations that you're talking to. And it's key to communications and strategy and comm strategy.
Absolutely. Call your local radio personality. I call them YNs all day on the radio. So call me next time.
Hey, look, listen, influencers, I mean, it's a business right about now, right? Mm-hmm. It's a business for all industries. So, you know, put it out there, Kiki. Call you up.
It is.
All right. Appreciate you, Doc. Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
All right, fellas. Now let's get into this story. And I really can't wait to hear y'all thoughts on this one. You too, roomies. Did you know that 88% of men receive their first set of flowers at their funeral? Let's take a look.
You got a beautiful orchid.
Isn't it lovely?
They sent me a cactus. Now, what is the message here?
You're prickly?
You're a beautiful flower, and I'm like just a dried up cactus. But I tell you this, as a man, it is nice to get flowers. 88% of men receive their first flowers at their funeral. Almost 90%. When was the last time you sent flowers to a man?
I have bought gifts for you.
Oh, there's no question about it.
Yeah.
You've purchased gifts for me, yeah. And so I'm imploring our female viewers out there.
Oh my gosh.
Send some flowers to a man, maybe your husband, your boyfriend. I'm telling you, I love receiving flowers.
What about a cactus?
Oh,
That's a great group. Those two are good.
I love them. But fellas, I gotta ask this: have you guys ever received flowers?
No.
What?
My mama gave me some, and from my house, I liked it.
That was it?
No, some I've had it a couple times, but not like a lot.
Okay.
I prefer them to bring the flower that I like.
You such a freaky man. Ain't nobody even talking about that. Nobody wanted to talk. We trying to be classy and cute.
Right.
So what's wrong with y'all? Okay.
I'm sorry. I would say
Took it
this.
too far.
You bet not buy me no flowers.
Really?
Give me a plant.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get a plant.
Like
if
a
you
little
give me-
money tree or
Yeah,
something?
if you got me a nice plant, it was like, Zach, you know what I'm saying? I got you this plant. I'm like, oh, this is a nice plant. I'm gonna put this downstairs. I'm gonna put it by the water, and I will water a plant. But I don't necessarily want no flowers.
Okay.
Don't get me no dozen roses. I have already just think that's for women. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
And I don't want that. But if you want to give me a plant, I think that'd be nice.
Okay. Shout out to Kathy D in the comments. One of the roomies, she said, I love buying flowers for a man.
Oh, shout
wow.
out to you.
Okay.
You know, it to me, I'd never put it into this perspective. I've never even thought of or
Yeah, house
considered about like a man really only gets flowers at his funeral. That is true.
You ain't gotta give it to me then.
But you don't want them. So most men, okay, you don't want them. He only wants the
I just
other
want a house
flower.
plant. I want a house
You want a
plant.
plant. He want the other flower.
Mhm.
And now, so I don't even know if men want them. And I could just see girls on TikTok now, like, who gonna be the men if we gotta send them flowers? Which,
Oh yeah.
you know, that's another point
That's y'all
too.
favorite thing.
Y'all
to say.
sassy.
Cause y'all
Look
do,
at you sassy.
y'all be wanting everything we want sometimes, and it do be like, come on,
Soon as
now.
you want some little appreciation.
Look at you being sassy.
Look at you wanting to be loved. Why you want to be loved so much?
Now you want to be loved. I want to be loved.
Nah, we
Who
wanna
gonna be the
loved.
men?
Who gonna love each other?
But yeah, I'm sure that's good. That is what this debate is going to turn into. But roomies, please weigh in, and especially for the men, I want to know: do you guys want flowers?
I don't.
This is a safe space. If you want flowers, tell us in the comments, please. And ladies, would you send flowers to a man? I need to know.
They're gonna attack you, bro.
Just Trina said I had flowers delivered to his job. He told me to never do that
He said,
Damn.
he probably worked somewhere and his boys gave it to him. Crazy. Or messed up that office romance.
Okay.
again.
That's the T.
That's what happened for real.
Yeah.
All right, this week.
That's crazy.
Woo. All right.
We're back.
We're back. This week on the Shade Room, Legally Hype breaks down birthright citizenship and what happens to a man named Jermaine Thomas. This is wild. Check this out.
Take this case, for example, Jermaine Thomas. Jermaine was born on a U.S. military base in Frankfurt, Germany, to a U.S. military dad and a Kenyan mom. He's got that whole I'm an American vibe going, right? Well, no, not according to the current law. According to the law, military bases aren't technically U.S. soil for citizenship purposes. The understanding is that the U.S. military bases abroad are still sovereign territory of the host country. For the purpose of birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment, children must be born on U.S. soil. Therefore, Jermaine's citizenship depends on his dad's residency in the U.S. before Jermaine was born. Problem is, Jermaine's dad had only been a U.S. citizen for 9 years at the time of Jermaine's birth. And according to the law at the time, he had to be a citizen at least 10 years for Jermaine to qualify for citizenship. So, under the old laws, Jermaine didn't qualify for citizenship. And so he took this case all the way to the Supreme Court, arguing that under the 14th Amendment, he should automatically be a citizen, a U.S. citizen. But the court wasn't having it. And in fact, they ruled that Jermaine isn't a citizen and is therefore deported. So then after a 30-day stint in jail for nothing crazy, just a little trespassing, Jermaine was picked up by ICE, sent to Jamaica, the country where his dad is from, and deported. But see, here's the twist. Jermaine had never been to Jamaica. So he was essentially sent to a place where he didn't even know. And now he is stateless. He's not a citizen in the US. Jamaica says he's not a citizen there, and Germany said he's not a citizen of their country either. To make matters even worse, since he's stateless and has no constitutional rights anywhere, he's unsure if he can even legally work anywhere. Reports say that Thomas is living in homeless shelters in Kingston, Jamaica. This legal limbo highlights the importance of citizenship and the chaos that this executive order could cause if it were determined to be constitutional.
Wow,
That's
that story
terrible.
is crazy.
Terrible.
Yes.
Crazy.
My father was an active member of the military for years. He served this country. He gave birth to me on a military base, but then to wake up in 2025 and now I'm stateless. I'm deported to a country I've never been to. Okay, I don't know nobody over there. You know what I'm saying? I have no friends, no family anywhere, and I'm just dropped off and just taken, like, for what?
And that's crazy. And my father actually lived in America for 9 years, but the rule is 10.
Like, come on,
if
man.
I'm there 9, come on, what's going to happen?
That's the
within
issue.
That year?
That's the issue with the citizenship laws right now and how things are going, because no case is just cut and dry.
None.
Everybody's case has something different to it. There's different scenarios, and none of that is being considered. People are just being picked up, shipped out, locked in camps, and dropped off. That's not okay.
The craziest thing, man, a country full of immigrants is kicking people out of it.
Come on.
That's the wildest thing in the world, that a country that is built off of immigration is now deciding to kick people out of. And I get it. You want to control how people come into the country. Fair enough. But when somebody is born and they're born here, they should be here. And, you know, the fact that, people are like, oh, well, it's illegal. If you hear, you hear. If they finessed the system and got in, or however people got in under illegally or whatever the case may be, in my opinion, they in. Now let's figure out a way to add a little bit more structure about becoming Americans. Yeah, that's the fix. Not kicking the people out that's coming here to work and coming here to try to make a better way for themselves. They're not coming here and being and causing problems. They coming here and trying to figure out a better way for themselves. And like you said, a military person that has served this country has a kid on a military base, a U.S. military base, is now kicked out of the United States and has no country to go to, and nobody seems to feel sorry for him or try to fix it. It's crazy.
Yeah, and just the fact that I am American enough to fight and risk my life for you, but I'm not American enough for my child to live in America is just wild to me.
That's wild.
Insane.
That's wild.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead. That story
man,
kind of
real. And y'all follow that, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out the full episode of Legally Plugged with Legally Hype on the Shade Room's YouTube channel.
Definitely. Comment. Let's get him a country to come back to, preferably the one he knows, like America.
Man.
Let's go ahead and go. Let's jump into a few sport headlines with producer and host of Essence Black Women in Sports, Roomies. Welcome and show some love for Shari Nycole. What up, Shari?
Hi, guys.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you so much. I'll send everyone flowers, and you can't say no. I got flowers for all you guys.
Send me a plant.
Shari, come on, cut it out. How about this? Let's go ahead and jump into the Shannon Sharpe situation. I know you heard, but let's let Roomies take a look if they hadn't caught up to it.
I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow.
Oh, wow. So the debate is, everybody, should ESPN giving him the courtesy he requested? Shari, you go ahead and jump in there first.
I'll say this. I don't know of anybody who gets like rights from a job that fired them. I just think there's an entitlement piece to this that makes me a little unsettled. I understand the ask. And if I'm Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to ask as well. But I'm not surprised that they didn't honor it. You're being dismissed. They don't really owe you anything at that point. And the other piece for me is this. I think Shannon Sharpe is going to be fine. He's going to find a way to bounce back. But the word mistake, I think we got to be careful with that. These are choices that were made. This is not a mistake. So hopefully from the bad choices he made, he can move forward and make better choices.
Wow.
Fired, hide, retired.
In that order. In that order.
Man, Shay.
I knew you was gonna do something. I knew it.
It's just this is tough. Like you really can't make any demands when you got fired, especially for what you got fired for, and then the way that. But the thing is, I knew he wasn't coming back. Everybody was like, he gonna come back right after. Man, you just came off the Michelle thing, and you think you gonna catch a case, and then and Disney gonna keep you on? Man, you crazy. You long gone.
Yeah.
So I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah. What about you, Kiki?
I mean, I think we all predicted this outcome for Shannon and ESPN, but I do think the entitlement of, can y'all just wait till Friday when my brother, like, that is crazy, Shannon. You got to know that is insane. And
send me my check. You wait till you send me my last check.
Like, that's not how jobs work, Shannon.
No,
and you know that.
Nice.
But yeah, it's very wild to see this outcome at his very big age, and for the things that he's calling a mistake to keep happening. I hate to see it for him.
Oh, I got a whole conspiracy theory on this.
Please do share. Conspiracy.
I got a whole conspiracy theory. First, I understand why he went on, because Shannon Sharpe loves his brother. Mm-hmm. He absolutely loves his brother. And his brother going into Hall of Fame is a big deal. So I get that. I do think what you guys said, nobody in the world thought Shannon was returning when his initial statement said, yeah, I'll be back when football season started. I was like, yeah, right. Walt Disney, 2 back-to-back sex things. Nah, it's over with. Now, if you look at the conspiracy part of it is that Fox FS1 just fired everybody, basically, except for Colin Cowherd and Nick Wright show. Fox doesn't have anything FS1 right now. Shannon Sharpe became famous really for his media skills off of FS1. If you don't have anything to replace that, you go get the star that helped you compete against First Take. And I think that ESPN knows that he's going back. Now, remember, his podcast is on the Volume Network, who's owned by Colin Cowherd, who is the star over at FS1. Here, follow me here. I think that he's going back. ESPN knows. They publicly cut ties at a time that they know that's going to kind of be like, because they don't want him to be thinking he's coming back and he's going to FS1. That's just my conspiracy theory. I think Shannon Sharpe is 1,000% showing up on FS1.
That's not a conspiracy. That can happen, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
But I just put that together. Don't try to take my shine.
No, I get it. It makes sense.
I know you just try to cut. I just put that whole thing together.
It took 2 minutes to explain it, so we got to give him a little bit of credit.
It took 2 minutes.
Yeah, but
it's only a couple networks out there, Shari. You know, it's always so many networks. He ain't working over here at this one.
Got to go over there.
Over to the other one.
He literally said going back to his old job and said it's a conspiracy theory.
My thing is, there's no one else but Shannon Sharpe. They can't find anybody else. He has to be the person. Like, it's got to be somebody else.
That's why y'all ain't none of y'all actors. Y'all don't understand dramatic license.
And if it happened, it's not gonna happen this year. It would happen later. It would definitely happen next year. It's not gonna be an immediate thing. No, it's gonna be next year sometime. When
it happens soon, I'm gonna say ha. All right, let's go ahead. The women of the WNBA are asking for more money, and they did it at this year's All-Star game. The ladies made a bold statement wearing T-shirts with the phrase, "Pay us what you owe us." Now, the debate to this one is, do you think it helped or hurt their cause for higher pay? Shari, come on, jump in there.
It didn't hurt it. I mean, the WNBA, as far as the players are concerned, they've, over the last several years, really since the bubble, have made it their point to exercise their right to protest and or state their claim and whatever they're trying to attain or what have you. This doesn't come as a shock. This is what they do. And to me, I think it's a bold statement. And I think it was really brave of them to do it during All-Star weekend, but it was also very fitting. So I don't think it hurts their chances at all. I think it gives them the attention that they want. We're sitting here talking about it right now. Not sure how much we'd be talking about how much pay that they deserve if those shirts were not on. So I came with the hat. I came with the shirt. I'm all for them getting the pay that they deserve. I think that there's no argument in terms of they deserve more. I think the argument lies in how that looks and how much that can be, and also allowing the league to still move forward. That's the bigger argument there. So no, I don't think the shirts were a problem at all. I'm actually mad I don't have one. I need to wear one as well.
Okay.
Shari, I agree that they should get paid more, but I do have this question for you, because the argument that I've heard other people say is that the WNBA, since its conception, hasn't made any money, and that the NBA funds it, so it hasn't that they haven't earned any money. So that was the argument of like saying like what should be paid, because like if a business hasn't made a profit, how do you pay to work?
It's interesting. I was looking at, I forgot who I was watching. It's interesting you bring up this point. I was watching commentary about this, and they were talking about how just because the league isn't necessarily quote unquote making money, it doesn't mean that they can't offer their players more income. The WNBA is catching up, and we have to your point, look at the expansion of the league. You've got 4 teams coming over the course of the next few years. So that means that there is money and opportunity for them to expand. So you can't have expansion teams coming and then tell your players, well, this is all we have. I think there's a way to kind of meet in the middle. Again, I don't think there's going to be this huge payoff for any of them. I think the money for many of these players is coming from endorsements, which is really working for them right now. But I do think there's space, as the league is trying to catch up from the losses of previous years, to be able to give them something more.
Yeah, and we need to take a look at the books, because companies love to say, it's not making no money. But I tell you this, I don't know anybody who get up and go to work every day for a business that ain't making no money.
When I tell
somebody
you,
making some money somewhere. Okay, the lights are on, the stadiums are here, there's popcorn being popped. Somebody is making some money, because we would not be doing this if it was truly not making any money. I hate when people say that. So I think we need to go look at the books and figure out what the decimals need to be changed, because somebody making some money somewhere, and it's not those women that are on the court and they need to be paid.
Well,
amen.
My thought to this is probably the counterpoint is, I don't know. I just don't believe it works in anybody's favor talking about your money publicly. I don't believe in it. I think things are better handled financially behind closed doors. And I'm not going to talk money with anybody. And I get it. You want to get paid what you owe, but you got very smart women on that side that are handling the business for those players. And I think wearing the shirt, when you start doing stuff like this, it starts making people feel a way. And you don't want people to have emotions when you're dealing with money. I like for it to be, I owe you, you owe me, let's talk some bread. And another thing, and another fix that I would have for the WNBA is, for God's sake, stop making them girls stay in school for 4 years.
Please.
Let them come out at least after year 3, even year 2.
They can, Tone. They can come out after year 3. That rule's been changed for a few years now. They can come out after
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I thought it was still 4.
Yeah,
I think they should come out like the NBA though. Like, what's
possibly? Yeah. But I think you need more teams for that too. That's the other problem. You have a lot of young ladies coming out that won't have a spot on these rosters. You see young ladies coming out in the draft now, and they're cut within a month after training camps because there's not space for them. But Tone, I'm gonna ask you this, because Micah Parsons is down to the Dallas Cowboys turning up about his money, and nobody is really having the stance that you just had. So let me ask you, do you think there's a double standard when it comes to show me the money, when we think about women's sports on one end and sports like football that are male dominated, obviously, on the other side? Do you think there's a double standard? Because they throw tantrums too, and everybody's like, yeah, he needs to get paid or he needs to move on.
Hold on, ladies. No, they don't. The talking heads throw the tantrums for the player. When the player what they do is they just don't show up. When
that's a tantrum.
It could be a tantrum, but it's not. He's not wearing a shirt. Pay me my money. He's not going on interviews saying pay me my money. He just says, I'm not coming to work until y'all pay me what you owe me. I think, and that's more. Yeah, it's a public statement, but I think when you wear shirts and do things like that, because they don't have to show up. I guarantee you, if Asia Wilson wants some more money and it's time for training camp, and she like, I'm cool, I'ma sit. Everybody gonna know why she's sitting. They're gonna know why she's sitting. You'll have the talking heads talking for her and getting her money. That I just think when you start making these big, bold statements, it puts people in their feelings, i.e. when you make big, bold statements like Shannon Sanders, what happens? You start putting feelings involved with business. And when feelings and business get together, they never work out good.
Let me ask you, do you think, Tone, that anybody would really care? Do you think that this would even be a conversation had these bold statements not continued to be made by these WNBA players specifically? Do you think these would even be headlines? Do you think we'd care about the CBA agreement that's still done? Do you think we'd even be talking about this? So my point is, I think that sadly, they have to go this route in many respects to even get the attention deserved for us to talk about this, to keep moving the needle forward, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But what about the people that are behind the scenes doing that? We know that there are smart people back there talking and trying to figure this out.
I just think when we compare the two, that part. And I think when we compare the two, some of the men may have the luxury of sitting at home and sitting out because they make so much more money.
Okay,
if Asia sits out, she might not be able to pay her bills this month.
Because I sure want some more money. Can't sit nowhere.
You can't sit, baby. I got to sit on that clock. You hear me? So, speaking of that, let's get on to this next story while we got you, because Deion Sanders has been a lot of the headlines this week. And we can dive into that.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Kiki.
All right. Well, Deion Sanders finally revealed his illness with a lot of other revelations this week, while sharing the news that he had bladder cancer, which had been removed. He also shared his journey with the surprise footage of Carucci by his side. So I know when this came out, it shook a lot of people. Obviously, just the news of his illness, but then also to see like, oh, they go together. That was a shock too. But the question was this a soft launch for the couple? Do you guys think? And also, let's talk about Prime, the coach, and his upcoming football season without his sons.
Go ahead.
The soft launch threw me off. I'm still not clear on what to make of it, but God bless them. Like people deserve to be happy in this world. So shout out to them both. They've been through a lot. We know that Deion Sanders, he mentioned this was his 14th surgery, which is unbelievable. He is a walking miracle. And, I'm a huge fan of his, and I'm happy that from what it seems, he's going to continue to be able to coach, because that was a big question when this press conference first happened. Is he going to be able to continue to coach? And for all intents and purposes, he's ready to rock and roll. So I just honestly pray for his wellness and that he'll continue to be able to move forward and impact the lives that he's been able to impact on and off the football field.
Yeah. Everybody was like, why Carucci crying?
Yeah,
like that was what everybody said. We were like, Carucci, who she dating? I thought she was with you or something. I was like, who she with? And nobody knew what was going on, but I am happy for them. And this shows that Deion is a true player. Okay, when you can miss 2 toes and miss a bladder and still get it back,
still catch it,
and still
I cannot deal with y'all.
That's horrible. That's a fool.
He ain't got no feet. Yeah, he got a bladder, and he's still pulling a Carucci.
That's player.
That's the real thing right there.
That's the story.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all over here talking about dudes over here talking about I'm too short. I don't know. Nobody like me. I got 2 toes and no bladder. Still pulling them. Step your game up, man. Nobody trying to hit that.
Oh my God.
No excuses.
That is crazy.
I swear. God. Let's go ahead and move to the NBA. LeBron and the Lakers. Is he going to be a Laker after all of this new ownership situation? Because there were rumors saying that they didn't tell LeBron that they were going to sell the team. He might feel away. What's going on, Shari?
First of all, y'all would have me talk about LeBron again, because the people went in on me the last time. But you know what? I personally think his best shot is in LA. You got, Luka has lost over 20 pounds. He's locked in. He's ready to rock. There's been some, DeAndre Ayton with the team now. So I think his best shot at a championship, especially at this juncture in his career, is to stay put. I just don't. I mean, I get why he would possibly leave, but in my opinion, if we're talking about winning championships and potentially going out on top, I think the Lakers are his best bet. But with LeBron, anything's possible. He's moved teams before. Like, I'm not sitting here expecting him to necessarily do what I just said, because he can do what he wants to do, and he's shown in the past he will. But I think his best bet is to stay with the Lakers. That's his best shot.
I think another move tarnishes his legacy. You know what I'm saying? Going somewhere else.
I'll say my
I think it
I
does.
agree.
No way.
And I think
no way.
And I think that it's sexy. It's sexy to see. He's like, oh, he's with Dallas and he with Kyrie again and this person and that. I know that's a sexy take, but people want to. No, people want to. They've been talking about it. People have been talking about it everywhere on social media. But it's not a good move. You don't want to be your last leg. Talking about I never want to see LeBron on his last leg in his 40s switching teams. Like, you remember when Shaq had on that Boston jersey?
That was nasty.
It just didn't make sense.
It didn't look good. When Dwayne Wade had on that Cleveland jersey,
nasty.
you itched a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that's what And I think a move LeBron going in another jersey and that blue and white is gonna look nasty.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't want
Never. LeBron invented team movement, man. But go ahead, Kiki. What you think?
I don't care where you go. I'm worried about where Savannah going. That's my girl crush. I love me some Savannah. As long as she happy, I'm happy. So I don't give a damn what team he play for. But yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think he's going. I think just pieces wise, I think he goes to Dallas. I think Dallas has a lot to offer. There's people that when you got draft a person like a Cooper Flag, where are they going to play? The PJ Washingtons and such. I think they just have the team that fits. Really, a Luka, if you add a couple pieces, throw some of his old teammates that way, because the Lakers is currently constructed are nothing. As currently constructed, they're not going to do much in that West Coast. That's just my opinion. I think LeBron sees it. I don't think he's chasing a ring, but I don't think he wants to be a part of a rebuild. And Luka and him, LeBron can play with anybody, but Luka and him on the court together, it's not going to flow right. It's not going to flow right unless Luka changes the game. Luka's a ball dominant player, and most people that play with Luka end up wrestling. They just wrestle and get cardio while Luka does what he does the whole game, throws a couple lobs. And Luka to me is, I like Luka as a player, but as far as a person that could be the catalyst for a team, it just won't work. It doesn't work. This constructed NBA, Shari, you see it, is about ball sharing. He's ball dominant.
That's true.
He's ball dominant. And they just and even though he's in good shape, they just wear him out. That's how Boston won. They wore him out. By the third quarter, he couldn't do nothing, and everybody else ain't touched the ball for 36 minutes. That's just how it goes. That's just my opinion.
Well, where does LeBron fit in Dallas though? Like if we, Kyrie obviously is still, he's rehabbing his knee, so he's gonna have to get his footing back. Cooper Flag is a rookie, and he's a great player, and he's gonna be a great player in this league long term, I believe. But there's still an adjustment period. So now you're putting LeBron James in a system that's gonna be in transition as well. So are we now saying that, okay, he's going to be playing for another 2-3 years? Because I don't think straight out the gate, the Dallas Mavericks are going to go as far as we may have, or at least you may want them to go if he goes there, this coming season. Like, what are we really saying here?
You're ex-hooper. You go back hooping with two people that you've hooped with before and won championships with.
No, you're going with 1.5.
Right. They're not going to be 100%.
He will not be back at the start of the season.
He's not.
And AD might be on the court.
Oh my God.
Right.
AD is on and off the court.
We already know. Let's just be real. That's true.
What you gotta know is the grass ain't always green. It's greener where you water it, for all my people who don't watch sports like me. But Shari, while I got you here, let's get on to this next story. Tom, go ahead, tell her what's the tea.
Okay, so I get into my sports debate mode. I'm sorry.
We'll be here all day.
I love it. This is fun.
But how about this though? The death of Hulk Hogan has left many black fans conflicted about the popular, controversial WWE wrestler. However, Michael Rappaport is defending Hulk Hogan. Take a look at this.
We're not going to disrespect the Hulkster. That's what we're not going to do. Is we're not going to be disrespecting Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster. I don't care if he had some controversy outside of the ring. I don't care if he endorsed Donald Trump. We're talking about one of the most original characters in American popular culture history, whether you know wrestling or you're a fan of wrestling or not. We are talking about a guy who created something out of his imagination that captured the world's attention. Men, women, and children all know who Hulk Hogan is, who the great Hulk Hogan was. Forget you as an adult, sicko. Forget you. Think about the kids. Think about you as a kid. Talk about a real-life superhero. When the Hulkster was out there oiled up with his goatee and his hair and those 18-inch pythons, brother. Pure joy, elation, total original. This is an original character that he created, Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster. We're not going to disrespect the Hulkster, brother.
Oh, wow.
Okay, side note, Michael Rappaport did apologize. He came back and he did apologize. But the debate is, should we celebrate pop culture icons when we know they have a shady past?
I think for the first time, this is what it looks like when Chicago people defend R. Kelly. Like for the first time, I just saw myself how stupid I look anytime I'm over here like, he the king of R&B though. Like that's how stupid we all look. And it finally clicked. Thank you, Michael. Because he looked real stupid. But that's how we look. Wow. Okay.
Really? That's how we look?
That's how we look, Zach, when we out here talking about, he's still the king.
The rest of the world looks in Chicago as like that.
We really look stupid like that.
Oh,
That's
man.
When we say free him,
like
that's when it gets weird. When we say free him, that's when things go.
I never said
we don't say that, but we always want to
Oh,
argue.
I see it in the comments. The people are free him down. I'll say this, guys. I think we got to be careful, right? So obviously Hulk Hogan is arguably the greatest pro wrestler of all time. That's over there. But I think, and I was having this conversation with one of my best friends today, we have to be very cognizant about legacy. And we're not. Normally, we're in the world, we're living our lives. We're not necessarily considering legacy. And when you don't consider legacy and you do things that are consequential to, or that go against sustaining your legacy and they stain them, this is what happens. So we have to acknowledge that there were things that he has said and done that have offended people, that have hurt people, that have changed people's viewpoints about him as a person. And that is why we have this. Now, I will say, I'm not here to tell anybody how to feel, but I'll encourage you how to act. If you don't have anything nice to say, because the man is gone, I just suggest you don't say anything at all, because I don't want to put that kind of energy into the world. I don't speak ill of the dead. That's just not something I do. But we also cannot sit here and try to tell people how to feel when they're offended by someone or they've been hurt by someone just because they're gone. You cannot do that. But also, like y'all, I really think we got to chill on these comments, because when you do things like that, you call certain things into your life and it could be a danger to you. So if you don't have anything nice to say, that's cool. You don't have to say it publicly. You don't have to put that in the comments. You don't have to go on TV, online or whatever and say that kind of stuff. I don't think that's good to play like that. That's just me.
Well, I ain't gonna say nothing now.
Okay, she just told you got to speak something over your life.
I'm just saying, like we know he did some foul stuff. He said some foul things, especially as it relates to the Black community. We can't. Those things happened. They absolutely happened. But how we respond to that is extremely important. Extremely. The man is not here, guys. If he was here, we'd be turning up. He's gone in the grave. I don't play like that.
All right now.
That's a fact. That's a fact. When everybody, I know, to grow up with me, knew Hulk Hogan. He made everybody feel weird when he started talking about Black people, and we just got quiet when he passed. All right, Shari, we appreciate you so much. We definitely want you to come back anytime to argue sports with us, especially me. But thanks a lot. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, guys.
Come back soon. I love her.
I love it. I
cool,
love it.
very
All
cool.
right. Well, let's get into this, man. A man was caught partying with a woman at the pool bar while on vacation, and his partner was not happy about it. Check this out.
Happy birthday to I don't think so. Okay. Who's she talking to? She got the right one today.
All right. Now, he saw them chocolate sisters like, here's my chance.
And he was cute.
And it was a little scary, because when a Black woman say, who he talking to? You got the right one today. See, that could have went wow. But would you have a problem if you saw your partner getting friendly with somebody on vacation? Kiki.
Why you want to bother me?
Because you straight off vacation.
I am. And my man ain't nothing friendly about him. I don't like a friendly man. I don't need a friendly man. But, in this case, it looked like it was innocent fun. But when you look at the video, you got to look at all the dynamics, okay? The lady sitting up on the bar in a silver bikini, the Black woman, cute. The man, cute.
He was too close.
You saw the gremlin come up. You know what I'm saying? It's something in the photo didn't fit. And I felt like she was a walking insecurity, and she saw her man having a good time with them Black women and was about to lose her mind. So I can understand why she was upset, because looking at the dynamics, like, yeah, he probably will take them down. He probably would. Yeah, but I think when you on vacation, you on a cruise ship, you out in the island, everybody having drinks, and if we having a good time, I don't mind my partner being friendly, but like, if I'm insecure like this woman, of course I'm gonna turn up.
No, don't do it. Don't do it, man. The best thing when you see women when you're on vacation with a woman, girl, look at that. She wilding for wearing that. You gotta get. That's how you get your looks in a sneaky way. And then I've had this happen before, right? Like, man, like I went on a vacation and my girl wanted to sit in the room the whole time.
Oh no!
I was like, you don't hear them having fun out there. I went out there and yeah, it was women flirting with me.
You left her in the room?
Yeah, I left her in the room.
I'll see. Yeah, that was.
I mean, she didn't want to get out the room.
What I supposed to do? We're having karaoke.
I know that. No, Tone, you don't leave your partner now.
What?
At least take her with you.
I was like, let's go out there. Do you hear how much fun? Now, I don't really like karaoke. That ain't what I like to do. Now, I did sleep in the room one night. The second night, I was like, no, I'm getting out here.
You slept outside the room on vacation?
No. I mean, I slept in the room. I slept with her.
He stayed in with her once. He stayed in the room with her once.
Yeah,
I don't know. You leave me in the room to go to karaoke. I don't know what I might do.
You suppose if you're on a vacation, unfortunately for everybody, that when you're in a relationship, she gonna want to do some stuff you do not want to do, and I'm gonna want to do some stuff you do not want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to do it.
Yep.
She should have went out there for a little while, but to him. I think her anger should have been with him because I do think he was.
Oh yeah,
I think he was out of line. He was all over her talking about happy birthday, happy birthday. He was drunk.
Yeah,
he was drunk having a good time, and I think that he should. His wife should have checked him. I do think that.
Yeah.
But what I didn't appreciate is her taking it out on the lady.
Yeah, that was
she
a
was
big
chilling,
mistake.
and she came over there like, no. Not
today,
but I don't think so, buddy.
Girl, they finna take your man down. They finna take him down.
Stop before they take him down and then beat you up.
Right.
Come on.
Don't do that. All right, let's bring in our next guest and get his thoughts on it. He's a Milwaukee born and he's raised in Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome hip hop artist K Camp. What up?
K Camp.
Camp.
What's happening, brother? I think we have a problem with your audio, good brother.
Oh, we don't have sound.
I think he's gonna unmute us.
Gotta unmute us, K Camp. Roomies, make sure you weigh in on the question. Would you have it turned up? Make sure you get in on that. Come on, chat.
The worst part to get in an argument on a vacation. That's the worst.
Yeah,
it is.
Like,
on a vacation. I can't stand it.
I'd be so mad.
If you argue with me on a vacation, this is our last vacation.
Like,
if it's anywhere we can be happy,
we should be able to be happy in paradise.
Absolutely.
We are on vacation.
Yeah.
Like, don't ever do that to me.
K Cam, do we got you yet, buddy? Okay.
And that's why you got to watch who you vacation with.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because you didn't wasted all this money. I didn't got a wax. Okay. My eyebrows done. A pedicure. I didn't got everything done, Zach. And you didn't got me out here and wasted my money. I done went and sat in that braiding chair for 7 hours. And you want to argue? That's crazy.
K Cam, we got you out.
K Cam, what's on your mind?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
We got you.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Ain't shit. What's going on with y'all?
What's on your mind?
Now join this debate, K Cam. Join this debate. Would you have a problem if you saw your partner getting friendly with someone on vacation?
Oh, we ain't going for none of that. I've been listening the whole time. I ain't going.
You gonna be like that lady, K Cam?
No. Hell no. I'm just bring one to it. I'm gonna find one at the resort and do the same thing.
Oh, you petty.
There it is.
No.
I'm that type of nigga.
You gonna get your lick back, okay?
I always be mine.
I feel you. Now we hear you talking about some new music, man. A tour. You got an album dropping next month. Give us the rundown, my brother.
Yeah, we got the Kiss 6 tour coming up August 15th, first date. You know what I'm saying? We in Birmingham, Alabama. August 15th, we dropping the album Kiss 6. You know what I'm saying? I've been dropping this series since, I was 21, 20 years old. So, you know what I'm saying? It's been a long time coming. My fans love this series. So we're going to keep this shit going.
For sure.
Yep.
As you should, K-Camp. They're saying that there was a time where you mentioned maybe you wanted to step away from music and the business in itself. Why was that? And how do you feel now?
You know how this shit get hectic sometime. And, as an artist and a creator, so I just want to make the music. But so much come with the music, you know what I'm saying? So it take the fun out of it sometimes. But, I think I found that perfect balance where it's just like, I understand the business side of it, you know what I'm saying? I understand the music side of it, and I just play 50-50, you know what I'm saying? Go hand to hand either day.
Yeah,
for sure. Now we know you've been in the business forever, bro. And how about this? You got good memories, you got bad memories. Give us one of the best and the worst memories you have of being in the studio.
One of the best and worst memories in the studio. Best memory in the studio. Man, I'd have been in so many damn sessions, dog. That's like a
first one come to your mind.
Best one in the studio, Jill. Let me see. Let me think. Just being in there with the greats and coming out with hit records. You know what I'm saying? I think that's probably one of the best moments. You know what I'm saying? Just vibing the session out with, you know what I'm saying, Magic City and Blue Flame, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That probably like the best times. And when you take that moment and you turn it into a song and it end up being a hit record, that's probably the best moment.
That's fire. That's fire. What about one that got on your damn nerves, man?
Same shit. Bringing Magic City and Blue Flames to the studio. Bringing, you know what I'm saying? Bringing them vibes to the studio and shit can go left. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was an incident.
Y'all done messed the song up.
Y'all messed it. Y'all gotta go.
It have been times where, you know what I'm saying, stripper can't goddamn hang for real and she done fucked the vibe up and, you know what I'm saying? Like,
blew up.
Yeah, it's been some time, man. I don't even want that shit give me PTSD. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, man. We want to play this game, which is called Top 3, okay? And we want to know your top 3 of the following questions. All right, so
okay, cool.
Tell us your top 3 hip hop producers or artists you would like to collaborate with.
Top 3 hip hop producers right now. I'm gonna say probably like Scott Storch because he a fool with them keys.
Yeah, he crazy.
Southside, you know what I'm saying, Atlanta shit. Who else? Let me see. I'm gonna go Metro.
That's solid. That's solid. Super solid.
Yep. All right, now give me your top 3 best hip hop artists out today.
Top 3 best hip hop artists out.
Yeah, who you think
today? Like who going right now, or just top 3 period?
Top 3 right now.
I'm gonna go Future. I'm gonna go K Camp, and I'm gonna go Drake.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not mad at that list at all.
I like that.
I'm not mad at that list at all. All right, the top 3 ladies you shoot your shot at.
Now we talking. I'm gonna go Coco Jones.
Come on now. Yeah.
She got expect that, huh? You ain't expect that on some chocolate shit, huh? But respectfully.
Yeah.
I seen what just happened. What's old girl that's from Jamaica? Sensei. You know what I'm talking about?
Shensia. I know who you talking about. She tough.
Problem. I'm gonna throw a curveball. I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna go Ari Lennox.
Okay.
Okay.
Ari is tough.
That's tough.
All right. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. What we got? What's the next top 3?
That last one got me. But all right. What's the top 3 places you live? And this is anywhere in the world. You can pick anywhere in the world, the top 3 places you would live.
Top 3. I go Brazil, I go Jamaica, and I go Turks and Caicos, man. I was just out there probably like 3 weeks ago. Private island teams, man.
Turks, Jamaica, and what was the other one? He said Turks, Jamaica,
Brazil. All solid.
I want to know what happened in Turks because the way you started smiling, K-Cam, you was reminiscing on something that happened out there.
Just know I was with, you know what I'm saying, my partners with money, and they rented the whole island out. We had the whole island to ourselves, man.
Oh, was Drake there?
Nah, but I know one of his cribs was there, though.
Yeah, okay.
I got to get the Turks and Caicos. I heard it's a vibe, man.
You ain't never been to Turks and Caicos, man?
Never, man. I ain't never been.
It's real rich.
I can't afford it.
Just pull up with us next time.
There you go. I gotta go. You got the whole island. It's gonna be crazy. Crazy. All right, let's get to this, K-Cam. How about this? We want to get your thoughts on this. Will I Am of Black Eyed Peas he's stirring up this great TSR debate. During an interview on Sway's Universe, he said Black Thought of the Roots is 1 trillion times better than Jay-Z. He said Jay-Z is good without the top rhymes, but he just regurgitates all the things we've heard already. Will says Black Thought comes up with things you've never heard of. What you think about that, dog?
Let me see, bro. Faye. Oh, I know who that is. I can't even comment on that because I ain't never heard bro music before.
Okay, all right. Black Thought is one of them. Yeah, Black Thought is one of them from the Roots. He's got some real. The Roots was real.
Yeah,
heavy.
yeah. If he coming from the Roots, I mean, he talking real. You know what I'm saying? Real black, real spiritual, real culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't go with it. I'm gonna have to go with Jay because I ain't never, you know what I'm saying, tuned into his side. I was a little younger when he came out, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I don't tolerate no Jay-Z respect.
Now you know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with Jay.
You know, I ain't never heard a Black Thought song.
Right.
So y'all know what type of music I like. I listen to K-Camp, Young Dro.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I know what type of music I like.
You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Will I Am too now. I fuck with Will I Am, but I don't know about Black Thoughts. I don't know about that.
And y'all talking about Black Thought. Like I can't tell you a Black Thought record.
I know Black Thought, but I'm gonna wait till y'all finish.
No, I would love to hear from the one person in this room that know Black Thought.
That's what I'm saying.
About Black Thought.
Can you please give us a song? Please give us a song.
Read respectfully, just look up something. Go to any of the Roots records. He is saying some real original stuff, some fire stuff. But Will I Am? No, I know. No, I'm a Roots fan, bro.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I know. It's been a minute since I listened to the Roots. I mean, I got a lot of music in my head.
I got
so, but I'm saying, as far as like Jay-Z is concerned, to say Black Thought is 1,000 times better. Will I Am, respectfully, bro, you tweaking. Go through any. I mean, you just it regurgitates. I mean, come on, man. Jay-Z, I heard every single one of those albums Jay-Z dropped when it dropped, and it was all different, all crazy, all talking about the things that was going on in his life at that time. If somebody had a beef with him, they got a song.
Yep.
They had somebody say something slick about him, they got a song.
Problems in his marriage, we got a whole album.
Exactly.
Don't play with Jay-Z.
Don't play. Come on,
Why do y'all wake up? I would like to
You can't play with Jay.
Can't play with him.
Why do we wake up and just start talking about Jay? Like,
let him be
how
a
did
goat,
Jay-Z
bro.
even get here? Like, why did Will I Am wake up and choose violence like this?
And I know that's his bandmate though, isn't it?
No, Zach, that's the Black Eyed Peas. That's why we don't need to be talking about that.
Black Eyed Peas, Black Eye, Lakers in 5. I don't know, man.
They in the same group.
I don't know, man.
No, Will I Am be over there with Fergie and them, Zach.
Man,
He ain't over there with
I don't
them.
listen to that type of music.
Oh my God.
That's not the type of
No,
music I be listening to.
But say he ain't fucking with it.
No, bro. It be too much. Anytime I gotta think, investigate, look up something, be inspired, go lead a march.
Niggas you want to vibe out, right?
I just want to chill. Come on.
I cannot deal with y'all.
Look,
Respect to
man.
Black Thought.
Before we go, respect the Black Thought and the Roots for sure. Before we let you go, tell us when that album and the tour drops one more time and how we can keep up with you, my brother.
Yeah, man. Kiss 6 dropping real soon, August 15th. Tour start August 15th. We doing all this shit independently, man. You know what I'm saying? We putting the money up. These folks ain't taking the risk like we taking the risk. We got the culture, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to keep putting this flavor out. Salute to all my fans. Salute to all my floaters. Shout out to the Shade Room. You know what I'm saying? It's always love.
Always love. Sure. Roomies, make sure you stay tapped in with K-Camp. Thanks for joining us, my brother, man.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Love.
Shout out to K-Cam, man. Yeah. Go stream his music, because I feel like people be sleep on some of his hits. Like, the man got a lot of hits.
Camp ain't put out a bad body of work yet. Yeah. I just want to let y'all know that.
Yes.
He ain't.
Consistent. So shout out to him. But Roomies, of course, this week on TSR Investigates, Justin Carter uncovers the negligence of an Atlanta funeral home that caused trauma, confusion, and now a legal battle. Take a look at this.
A funeral home fumble.
This is up there with one of the most horrific cases.
This 56-year-old man died suddenly in Atlanta. His parents asked the funeral home to send his belongings.
Their son's brain was in the backseat of their car.
They had no idea that one of the boxes they took home had their son's brain inside, fluid leaking all over their hands.
I got in my car and I smelled death.
Now 2 funeral homes, one in Philly, one in Atlanta, under fire. And the Shade Room is digging what we found when we started looking up their past violations.
There has to be accountability.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
something like that, you more than just negligent. You are just nasty and cruel and sick.
Yeah,
like
that's sick.
Close the whole place down. But of course, you know, Justin is going to get to the bottom of it. So roomies, make sure you are tapped in and watching to get to the bottom of that story.
That's not even an accident. I
No,
didn't know accident that can
sick.
happen. It's
terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. So shout out to Justin for doing the work and getting to the bottom of it. Make sure you stream that on our YouTube channel. And of course, we'll be back, roomies, next week with more Shade Room headlines, debates, and trending topics.
Yes. And make sure you like and subscribe to the Shade Room's YouTube channel so you'll never miss exclusive Shade Room news and interviews.
Of course, you know, roomies, remember, next time we see you, always represent the culture with excellence. Woo woo!
Woo woo!
It's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging it.